Hey, what's up, guys? Kixar here, and today I'm going to demonstrate a few differences with the mobile targeting controls. Always seems to be an issue when it gets brought up because some people don't know about it. But you can actually have good controls on mobile. There's two ways to do your targeting for fleet versus fleet, and I'll show both of them in the same fight, so you get a better understanding. Now, by default, when you start in a game, you're always going to have the targeting controls are going to be set to inverted. I do not play with inverted options. I think it's terrible. Okay. Now, to see all this, to change it, you go to your profile, go to settings, gameplay, scroll down. Your camera controls, you can't change. Your selection controls, you can't change. Movement controls, you can't change. But this is what you can change, your targeting controls. As you see, set primary is a single tap, pursue and attack is double tap, and deselect is just tap to select the ship again. Okay, that's the first one I'm going to show you. This is how I play every time for fleet versus fleet and everything. Okay, it's carrier right now, and these cruisers. I'm tapping to select my preferred target, which currently is the Condor. Okay. Now, the cruisers, I want them to come in and attack the Apox. So, double tapping it forces them to turn and come in to attack them. I tap. Okay. Now, the third option that you saw is it says deselect. Well, that's because if you tap, it selects the ship. I can tap all three dreads. I see their firing arcs, everything. If I didn't want that to be my primary target for my carrier cruisers, I just unselect it. Now, how that works with your cruisers, we already see how it works with the carrier. Obviously, you can just guide the squadrons. The cruisers are no exception, or any other ship you're using. Basically, you could just wheel them in. I want this to be my main target, right? So the cruisers will fire. They're going to fire on the first thing in their arc, but once they actually hit the preferred target, they'll switch where they're firing, like so. And I think I just accidentally killed it all. Okay, I didn't. Yay. Okay. And that's pretty much how that goes. Now, inverted options. Profile, settings, gameplay, scroll down. Target controls, inverted targeting, check. What changes? Instead of tapping, now you have to double tap to highlight a ship that you want to be your primary target. One tap is now pursue and attack the target, and the deselect is still the same. So your tap and double tap thing, that's what changes. So for example, used to I could just tap and it would highlight it. Well, now every time I tap, I'm always going to turn to attack. Really annoying if you're trying to kite, especially if you try to double tap it and let's say you don't successfully double tap it. It means that your ship is then going to turn and actually go towards it. Like so. See, deselect, still the same. But let's just say I wanted to come by and kite it. If I wanted to do that, I'd have to double tap now. That way it doesn't force the ship to turn. Now, tapping it now forces whatever ship you have to actually turn and target. And like I said before, the deselect is still the same. Deselect, you get to see the firing arc. Double tapping it, setting it as the primary. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and advocate that everybody changes the way they play on mobile or anything like that, but to me, the inverted options are just a lot more inconvenient. Which is why I play with the inverted options off. Double tap. Oh wow, I ran out of time. Boom. But yeah, but that's the difference in your controls. Um, as far as the inverted targeting and non-inverted targeting. And like I said, I prefer the non-inverted targeting simply because when you're kiting, it's a whole lot, to me, it's a whole lot easier just to be like, drag and drop your ship in a direction, tap, and it'll automatically set your target for you. So, but that's it, guys. I hope that kind of clears up things, and maybe it'll help out some people who say that even after changing it, it does the same thing. The only other thing I can say is clean your screen all the time.